New Rules of Marketing and PR. It's been translated into 29 languages. And what edition is it on? The eighth edition?
It's currently in the eighth. I finished the manuscript for the ninth edition, which will release in August of 2024.
If you haven't bought the book, for our audience out there, go and get it. For meeting professionals, business owners, anybody trying to understand, marketing, it's a Bible. My daughter has a copy. She's in
Oh,
her
thank
third
you.
year at university and she has a copy. And this would be a good time to ask our audience to subscribe, to like, to comment, share it with anybody and everybody in your world, in your sphere, if you will.
Nice. Bring it back to the sphere. I love it.
Bring it back to the sphere. All roads lead to the sphere. Couple observations and then a question, and you'll help me co-pilot and land this plane.
Sure.
You know, experience is a hot term in meeting planning, event planning. And I often hear it, and I'm not a cynic, but I'm a realist. And experience for experience sake is kind of empty and there's no
Mm.
durability. Experience can also lean heavily on technology, where then the message or the initiative gets lost, or that connective tissue of what the experience can be a vehicle for gets lost, and it becomes the protagonist. The sphere, it seems in your experience, has been able to leverage, utilize, kind of pull all that together. But at the core of it is the music
Yes.
and that experience. There's the word. What strikes you? You want to dance. A memory is triggered. There's a friend that's never been to a Dead show. You've been to almost 1,000, and I call it a Dead show, but you know what I mean. The whole
Yes.
experience, and so there's that excitement of now you making that link to another part of your world, another realm of your friendship or professional or whatever people you hang out with. The thing for meeting professionals is the stakes are higher today. We're coming back post COVID. Numbers are higher at events, and experience is a commodity. How do we balance that? How do you do that as a speaker, as the guru of marketing? How do you talk to the world and what to look out for? Help me land that plane.
So, what a great question. Thank you, Seth. As I was watching these three shows, altogether it was like of 12 hours of music in the last weekend. As I'm watching these shows, it was fascinating to me because number one, we had a crew of 20 people, 20 of my friends. We've gone to Dead shows together for years. And we were like mind blown because of how different it was. But then we also grooved and danced, and we love being way up front. So we arrived super early in general admission, which is in the pit, which is way down front. And we were about, I don't know, 25, 30 feet away from the band. So you could zone in on the band, but you could also look up and see these crazy graphics.
The
And
sound
then
must
one
have been amazing.
sound was every seat, great sound because there's literally thousands of speakers that are all helping out. And so then another time I was in the seats because I wanted to experience in a different spot. People around me had never been to a Dead show and their minds were blown. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, check this out. It's so crazy. What's going through my mind with the question is that the Grateful Dead started in 1965. And there's two of the original members that are still in the band Dead and Company. John Mayer is playing the Jerry Garcia role. He's been in music for 40 years. I was sort of calculating this. There's 200 years
Right.
plus
Well,
of
I
musical experience on stage.
when
So
when was
talk
your first show?
my first show was January 17th, 1979. I was 17 years old. It was at New Haven Coliseum. So I've been on the bus for 45 years now. And so thinking about that professional aspect, when I go on a stage and people who I love who are speakers, when they go on a stage, they're figuring out, is this audience, I mean, I speak about marketing, is this a professional marketing audience? I'll change it up. Or is it business people who need to know something about marketing? I'll make it a different talk. Is it something where slides and videos and music would be great? Or is it something where maybe I just want to do a fireside chat kind of thing? And that only comes from experience. And what's interesting to me about the Sphere, the first three acts, U2, been around for 45 years. Fish, been around, I think, probably nearly 30 years. Dead& Company, as the Grateful Dead, has been around for 50 what? For 58 years. So the sphere brought in people with experience. And I think, Seth, what strikes me about you is you understand it's not just experience, because you and I both know there's speakers out there who tell the same speech every single day and have done for the past 30 years. Nothing wrong with that. But how about those speakers that you and I also know, the great ones who have 10, 15, 20 years experience and move with the times? And in my case, I speak about marketing. You can't not bring
Right.
AI into that discussion. You
Right.
have to. Artificial intelligence transforming marketing. But it's not all about artificial intelligence, because marketing has existed for, I don't know, as a discipline 100 years, but marketing goes all the way back thousands of years when somebody wanted to sell their chickens at the farmer's market, and they sold in a slightly different way than the other guys, and they sold more. Ooh, that's marketing. So that experience is super, super important, but it's only really the experience plus the understanding of how to apply what's going on that's new and that's different, such that you've built something like Dead and Company did at the Sphere.
Very well said. And again, just to underscore it, the experience is valuable, but it can't be the end. It can't be
Right.
the only thing. It's the vehicle for which what you want to transmit and then have it
Exactly right.
last over time.